Hey, Doug Trevino, Coldwell banker, AJS Schmidt here in West Michigan. Coming to you today to talk about for sale by owner. Seeing some for sale by owners around here, and that's all over West Michigan. Anywhere you go, you see for sale by owners, and there's a psychology behind that and reasons people try that. And the reason I'm bringing that up today is because yesterday evening I received a call from a for sale by owner who was actually referred to me by one of my past seller clients. And they haven't been able to sell their house, or the offers they've been receiving, they received I think 2 offers and they were really low. And the seller of that house was scratching his head saying, well, he and his wife sat down and was like, well, why are we getting these low offers? This doesn't make sense. And they thought that they would get higher offers for sure. So, there was time to do some detective work. And so we sat down and they were, and I asked them, as I do every for sale by owner, hey, well, what's the reason? Why are you trying to sell on your own? I can't solve a problem if I don't know the reason. So they told me essentially what I hear a lot is that, well, we didn't want to pay commission. We thought we could do it ourselves. It's a hot market. We thought we could. I said, okay. So I went ahead and researched the property. It had been on the market previously, I think a year ago. They weren't able to sell. Then they wanted to wait, and their life changed. So, but they're back on the market again. They have their goals in mind, and they need to meet them now. So, looking at the property and looking at, okay, well, why didn't it sell? What were the issues? And there were a couple of things that stood out right away, and that would have to be addressed, and issues with the house that had to be addressed in order to get the most money out of it. What a lot of sellers forget is that there has to be a combination of 2 things to make a for sale by owner sale successful, in my mind, at least as successful as it could be. The first one is time. How quick do you need to sell the house? And the second major one is price, of course, right? How much would you like to net at the end of the sale? And the third is, to me, a combination of both, time and price. And what's the most acceptable bottom line? And what's the most acceptable time? How long do you want to be on the market? That's okay by you. And in many cases with for sale by owners, we have to kind of marry those 2 or address one or the other significantly. A lot of for sale by owners can be on the market for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a month, depending on the price point. Some of them could be on the market for a year. They're okay with that if the price is much higher. So, that would be the realtor's job to do that. Now, the second thing is statistics. All we have to look at are statistics and trends. Current trends are the only thing that predict as well as it can the future. And statistics are a big leading point for us, or basis on what we do in terms of how we price things to sell and how we make sure that we're getting the most for the property that we possibly can for our clients. As a for sale by owner, if you put it on there and you get a lot of offers, let's say, or you get one offer and you get one quickly, how do you know that you maximized your marketing? Because I guarantee you, unless you're a professional realtor yourself, you did not. And how do you know you drew the highest and best offer? And if you haven't done everything to attract the highest and best offer, you can bet that you did not likely get the highest and best offer. And so if you're a for sale by owner and price is a big concern of yours, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. You're saying, well, I want to save money on the commission. But statistics prove that anybody who does a for sale by owner ends up netting less, in many cases netting less than if they had hired a realtor, paid a commission. They still netted less as a for sale by owner. So at the end of the day, the goal they were trying to achieve, they did not. And that is why we see such a turnaround of for sale by owners coming to agents after being unsuccessful, being frustrated, not achieving their goals, and watching neighbors who have hired realtors actually sell higher. And so they get frustrated and say, well, man, okay, well, I've got to do this. And it can be a tough pill to swallow, but once you swallow that pill and you see what could be achieved, it's not really a tough pill to swallow. It's just part of the process. The other thing I would say is that, for a lot of people, I'd say most people, their home, their house is one of the greatest assets they have and most expensive assets they have. What it's just surprising to me, like if somebody has a 6 Series BMW, how likely are you to take that BMW to a corner repair shop where you got one guy working there who's got shady reputation, and he works primarily with low-end cars, beater cars, and you're going to take your BMW in there. You don't see a high-end car in there at all, and you're going to take it in there going, hey, I trust you to fix this for me, based on really, I don't know what, thinking you're going to save $1 from going to the BMW dealer. You probably will, but you will probably not be happy with the results. And so you need to kind of make your decision. You need to make your decision based on what's best overall. And when you have a house that's priced well or of value, high value to you, why would you skimp on that? And at the end of the day, statistics prove otherwise, that even if you do for sale by owner, you're more likely to not net or lose money, leave money on the table. The understanding of a buyer's psychology and a buyer's agent psychology too is that the majority of the listings are on the MLS. Majority of people hire realtors because they understand this is the best way to do it. Okay, legally, liability wise, to get the highest dollar amount, the less stress. Hire somebody to do the job who's a professional, who does it day in and day out and understands how it's done. And when an agent with a buyer is looking for homes, first they're going to the MLS. Okay. Second, they would prefer to work with another agent generally. And it doesn't mean they don't look at for sale by owners. I'm sure they do. I know I have. So when you look at that and you say, okay, well, a buyer's psychology, when they see a for sale by owner, what do they know right away? They assume, I guarantee you, and I can't be 100% for sure, but I would say 99.9%, my estimation is that they presume they're trying to save $1. That is the first thought out of a buyer's mind. Whether it's right or not, I don't know, but they are saying they're trying to save $1. There's some kind of blood in the water here. And so a buyer is not going to sit there and go, well, I really want to help this seller out. I want to help them save money. No, that is not what's going through the buyer's mind. The buyer's mind is saying, wow, there's blood in the water. Let's see if we can cut a deal. What if we just give them an offer quickly and they're going to take it? And they may or they may not. But I guarantee you, probably after the 5th or 6th offer, low offer, when that for sale by owner is saying, oh my gosh, I'm not getting what I thought I would. Well, this might be the last one. Maybe we should take it. And out of fear, they end up trying to negotiate and end up taking it and leaving a lot of money on the table. A for sale by owner, to me, in many cases represents a flailing fish in the water, and the sharks are circling it. There's something wrong. They're doing something out of the ordinary, trying to sell it themselves. That's unusual. So that generally what ends up happening is they end up at a fear or loss of hope that they just take it. They already lost the idea, well, I don't want to get a realtor. So that's a frightening thing, because a lot of money is left on the table in many cases. So we're going to meet with this seller and see, and I understand it. It's not that I don't understand it. I totally understand it. I mean, what human being wouldn't understand that? That they thinking that they would save $1. I mean, in the head it kind of makes sense, but the reality is it doesn't add up. So we're going to sit and meet and kind of go up the numbers and see, where are their goals, where are they trying to be, and this is what I do with every for sale by owner. Where are you trying to be? What are your goals? Can we meet those? Does the time frame and the price range and the combination of both or any other factor, can we address those things? And can we do it in an efficient, professional manner and make it happen. So if you're a for sale by owner or you're a seller and you're on the fence or you're new to the market and you're very hopeful and you can do it, listen, there are some for sale by owners that are successful. They do it. The numbers are smaller, but they do it. And hats off. And many of them will never know, hey, and they're okay with it. They don't need to know if they left money on the table. And some are kind of looking around going, wow, these other people sold a better price point than we did. And it's those folks that I appeal to because it didn't have to be that way. A lot of them didn't even sit down with the realtor or meet, or they met with one or two and they were kind of turned off. Listen, like with any profession in any industry, okay, there are all kinds of people. Not all realtors are the same. My goodness, not even all realtors in the same brokerage are the same. Okay, you could deal with 2 or 3 different agents in the same brokerage that are hang their licenses in the same physical location, and they operate completely differently. So it doesn't hurt, even if you like the brokerage or you heard good things about the brokerage, to interview 1 or 2 from the same brokerage. Just because you got one from one doesn't mean you've kind of seen what the whole company can do. That's not how it works. So keep that in mind too, that not all agents are the same, let alone all brokerages. There's a lot of variables involved in this. So kind of go to the agent that appeals to you, that you think can do the best job possible, that you can work with, and then really consider hiring that person to get the job done, to make sure that they have a good marketing plan and have things in place that they're going to do to get the job done. So just a little rant here. Want to kind of get it out there for a lot of folks who are doing for sale by owner. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of stress, absolutely, and essentially that's it. So the more information we put out there, the better. The other thing I want to put out there too is that there are these flat fee companies out here that offer a flat fee, a dollar amount that you pay, and they're going to give you access to put your listing on the MLS. Okay, and they're going to say, wow, this is much better than you could do as a for sale by owner, because now you're going to be on the MLS. Yes, that's one thing better than what you were doing. But if, my goodness, just putting something on the MLS sold properties, I wouldn't have to do 85% of the things I do on top of putting it on the MLS to get houses sold. If that were an answer, my goodness, why do we have realtors? Because that is not an answer. That is not a solution. That doesn't get you the most money in your pocket possible. That doesn't mean that suddenly you're a professional realtor and had to skip getting your license and you could do it all on your own. That's not how it works. Some people are successful in doing that. But that realtor, generally with a flat fee company who you've paid to get your property in the MLS, essentially puts all the work and onus on you to schedule all the showings. Okay? Talk to the realtor, talk to the buyers. You're doing all the work yourself. And to me, it's like flea market. I don't know. To me, it's a real shot in the dark. And you're still paying somebody money to do it. So it's like a bunch of agents see the need of the for sale by owners. They're kind of saying, well, we're just not great at selling the idea of a realtor, so we're just kind of going to give a little bit and still take their money. And they know in their hearts that this doesn't always work, but they're comfortable taking the money. That to me bothers me. I don't. That's never really sat right with me. As a professional, as someone who does this day in and day out, it's just strange. And I can't tell you how many flat fee sellers have expired on their contract with their agent or ended up terminating and come to me or come to other agents to relist their house under a brokerage in a traditional way to get their house sold, and have been happy with the results. The numbers just tell the story. This isn't just opinion. This is numbers. These are facts. So, at least sit down with somebody and get the real scoop. What could I likely get if I listed with you, Joe Agent, in your brokerage? What do you think? What's your opinion? Get multiple opinions. Put it together. there could be one or two things or multiple things said by one or two agents that really shift, that are different than everybody else, that really spark something in you to say, wow, that is aggressive. And that is an interesting idea. That's a good take. And nobody else is doing this. Okay? Even the other agent in your company is not doing this. This is a good idea. You'll know, and you'll feel good about it. You should anyway. And then, make a good decision, an informed decision. Anybody who's for sale by owner now and not happy with the results, or they're debating or contemplating, they're just make a phone call. Call me up, ask me. I'm always available. 239-410-4460. There's no pressure, no, hey, let's get this thing signed now. You're calling me, we're ready to go. That's generally not how it works. We need to kind of ask questions, see if we'd be a good fit. And an agent you call should do the same thing. Just because you call doesn't mean, hey, they're ready to go. That's not the case. A lot of times there are just a lot of questions. So, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. It is a beautiful day here in West Michigan. Blue skies, light clouds, cool, just about 50 degrees. It's November. My goodness, middle of November. It's amazing. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.